Hi, folks. We are going to be doing practice PSAT number 3 from one of the prep companies. I would have liked to have an official one, but it looks like ETS only gave us 2 practice exams, and you've done both of them, or at least my class has done both of them. So I picked this one from prep company. I can't remember the name of the prep company, but I'll be sure and give them a shout out in my description. Anyway, we have 25 minutes to do 20 questions. And what I want you to notice is that the first questions are the easiest and the fastest. Now, occasionally I'm going to just jump right on through, and hopefully the explanation is enough. If you need a further explanation, just put it in the comments and I'll definitely go back. The whole idea is that I want to go through my timing. So here's one of the things I do is I use a stopwatch. Let me see if my watch is ready. Yep. I've got a stopwatch and I'm going to start my time. I'm going to keep it under 20 minutes, or try very hard to, so that I have the last 5 minutes to put my numbers and my answers into the answer sheet. So are we ready? And go. And there we go. And we'll get started. Number 1 in this section are the easiest. And here we go. You'll notice I'm using a blue pen. I want 4y to equal 4, so I obviously want y to be equal to 1. When I'm absolutely certain of my answer, I put a star by it. Now, number 2 is a little more challenging. This sum is 180, which makes this one equal to 57, this one equal to 64, and this one equal to 56. And when I add these up, I get 120, 177, it looks like. And I'm pretty sure on this one, but I would go back and check it again. All I'm doing is adding these together equal to 180 and subtracting. It takes a little practice to be able to do the arithmetic that well. Now this one, I want the value of w, so I'm cross multiplying. That's 3w equals 16. I'm going to divide by 3, and I'm done. W equals 16 over 3. There it is, D. And I'm certain on that one. It says a total of 350 signatures are needed for the petition. They have 125 have already been obtained. What percentage of signatures still must be acquired for the petition? So how many more do I need? I need 225 more out of 350. And a good idea is to divide this up. 225 goes in here 9 times. Sorry, 25 goes into 225 9 times. 25 goes into 350 14 times. So I want to change 9 over 14 into a percentage. A little tough there. I'm not seeing anything obvious. Obviously, it's more than half. 9 over 14. Let's see. It could be any one of these, darn it. I'm not seeing an easy way to simplify this, so I'm going to expand it a little bit. I'm going to double these. 18 over 28. Still not very good. Let's see. I'm just not seeing any way to see it really easily. I guess I'm going to have to do the division. 14 into 90. Dang it. I hate doing that, but into 9, sorry. Got a decimal. 14 goes into 95 times maybe. That's going to give me, 6 times. Ooh, it's going to be 60 something. 6 times 14 is 88. Yep. And I got 20 left. Wait a minute. 6 times 14 is 84, dummy. And that's 60. And 14 goes into 60. Is it 4 times? And it is. It looks like D is my answer. I only put a check on it because I wasn't absolutely sure. I wanted to see a way to get this quick, but I just couldn't do it. Sorry, guys. A little slow today. All right. So number 5. P is a positive integer greater than 1. Which of the following must be negative? Pick a positive integer greater than 1. That's 2. It's the smallest is 2. So A is 3, so that's not it. This one, hopefully you see why I'm putting 2 in there. If you don't know why, think about it some more. This one is going to be 8 minus 6 is 2. That's a positive. 1 minus 2 is a negative, so it could be this one. This one is going to give me positive 1, and this one is going to give me a positive. So it's definitely C, and I'm sure, and I'm going to move on. Think about why I used 2. Anyway, got to think of definitions. All right. Not drawn to scale. This is really important. This is not an equilateral triangle. It says CDB. CDB is 34 degrees, and CD equals BD. CD equals BD. It's an isosceles. This is 34. Oh, dang it, man. Okay, I'm trying and keep it centered. Sorry, guys. This is 34 degrees. This is angle CDB. You got to know how to put that in. This is isosceles, so these are equal. This angle and this angle are equal angles. I'm going to take the 34 from 180. 180 minus 34 gives me 156. No, 146. And I'm going to split that in half. That gives me 73 and 73. I'll bet you 73 is one of the answers. And it is. It's certainly not the answer I want. I want the rest of 180. 73 from 180 is 107. And there it is. D is the answer. And I'm pretty sure to get that absolutely for sure, I'd have to add it up and make sure. But it looks good. A plus B is 6. A minus B equals 4. What is the value of 2A plus 3B? Pretty easy ways to do this. I can see a cheaty way to do it. Shall I do it that way? Kind of interesting. Okay, so 2A plus, A plus B equals 6. So 2A plus 2B equals 12. I multiplied everything by 2. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to triple it. I should have tripled it. No, that's all right. So what's 2A equal to? Let's see. No. I was thinking I could cheat a little. I'm going to just add them up. A plus B equals 6. I'm just going to solve this. A minus B equals 4. So 2A equals 10. So A equals 5. I'm just adding my system of equations. If A is equal to 5, B is equal to 1, duh, and then I have to substitute it in. I was thinking there was a way to cheat on this one. Sometimes there is, and I just couldn't see it right away. I see it now. I'll show it to you later if I have a chance. All right, so 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 is 13, and it looks like it's E. I'm just going to put a check mark on that one. I'll come back to it and show you the trick later. I see it now. Okay, the average of these, -4, 3, and x is 2. What is the value of x? So -4 plus 3 plus x is equal to the sum. The sum of these has to be 6. The reason is because you're going to divide them by 3 and get 2. This is the way that you find an average. I multiply by 3 on both sides to make it equal to 6, and then this is -1. And I'm going to add 1 to both sides, so x is equal to 7. Again, I would put a check mark on it and come back to it later. I would actually put the 7 in there and show that the average works out. And it does. Which of the following ratios is equal to the ratio of 3 to 4? We want 3/4. That's 1/2. This one looks like, nope. This one looks like 3/4. This one is 4/5. No, 3/5. And this one is 3/5. This one is 3/5. This one is 3/4. Looks like it's C. And I'm pretty darn sure. All right. Number 10. A taxi company starts at $2.25. That's the y-intercept plus 25 cents per hour. Or sorry, per whole mile driven. Wow, this is an old test. If a cab ride costs Michelle $5, how many miles did she travel? We're going to solve this silly problem. Obviously, they're per quarter mile now instead of per mile. And it's not 25 cents, it's like $1.25. But anyway, this is going to be 275. A really good idea is to practice your arithmetic so that you can do it a little faster. I'm going to divide by 25 cents. The decimals sometimes mess people up. It takes how many quarters to make 275? That's a good way to think of it. 4, 8, and 3 more makes 11. So it's 11 and 12. Interesting. B. I'm going to put a check mark on that one and come back and look at it some more. Hopefully you can see it all worked out. I got to keep it centered. Sorry, guys. All right. Sometimes the big picture on these help. So I'm going to look at the big picture in just a minute here. Let's see. Circle O is tangent to square. Da, 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 da. Okay, so we can see that. A is the midpoint of side A. Okay, so this is a midpoint. The area of square EF. Where's my EFGH? EFGH. Okay, so the big square is 64. Okay, so this is 8 and this is 8. And it says, what is the area of the shaded region? All right, so here's my picture. This is an 8 by 8 square. We want the shaded part. So, oh man, we've got a bunch of stuff going on. Let me see if there's an easy way to tell. Oh, look at that. Think of it like this. Yep. This is 4 by 4, and this is 4 by 4. Now I want the shaded part. Is there an easy way to do this? Wow. All right, there's got to be an easy way to do this. Let's think. All right, well, I know that this triangle takes up half of this guy. And, oh, okay, here it is. I'm going to draw in this square in the middle here. Now, this square happens to be 4 root 2 by 4 root 2. And when you take the area of this square, the area of this square is going to be 16 times 2, which is 32. So the area of this square inside here is 32. This whole square right there in blue. That's 32. If you're not sure where I got that from, it's a little hard to see. I'm going to, oh, obviously, it's half of the, this takes up half the space. If you look at it, you can see why. It takes up half the space. You don't have to know your square root of 2 business. All right, so the square is 32. The circle is pi r squared, the whole circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the area of this, and then I'm going to take half of it. It just makes it easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the circle, and the circle happens to have a radius of 4. So it's going to be 16 pi for the area of the circle. And I'm going to subtract 32 from that, and that's going to give me that shaded part. Now I want half of that. So it's going to be 8 pi minus 16, which is B, and I'm moving on. Man, so much stuff going on there. Hard to see it. Hopefully you can see why this inside square takes up half the space. The big square is 64, the little square is 32, the area of the circle you have to know, and there it is. This is the one that I found, which was all 4 parts. That was the easier way to go. See how I'm doing for time. I'm at 13 minutes. Man, I got to hurry up. Quit messing around. All right. P equals Q equals 3T equals 6. What is the value of 3Q is 18, minus 4P is 24, plus 2T. Now that's the hard one. If 3T equals 6, then T equals 2, so 2T equals 4. Yep. 22 minus 2, negative 2. B, move on. I'm sure on that one. God, I hope you could see it when I was doing it. All right, I got to keep remembering to check where I'm at. P pounds of plastic to produce C storage containers. How many containers can be produced from X pounds of plastic? P plastic makes C containers equals how many pounds of containers, and I can't really get into why I use the question mark, but I don't want to use a variable. X pounds of plastic. Wait a minute. Oh, the X goes with the plastic, and the question mark goes with the containers. How many containers? So I got to cross multiply. Question mark times P equals CX, and I divide by P. CX over P. XC over P. It looks like A, and I can go back and see it some more. All right. If P is a positive integer greater than 1, which of the following must be negative? Wait a minute. Okay. Really slow. Okay. This is funky functions. I call these funky functions from Princeton Review. W, whatever that little arrow is, to Y is this. If 6 black Z, or triangle Z, equals 4, what is the value of Z triangle 6? Okay, so do this. This and Z makes 4. So if you multiply them and add them, so Z, 6 plus Z, nope, 6Z over 6 plus Z is equal to 4. That was my first step. Now, I need to find out what Z is, and I can cross multiply. I get 24 plus 4Z is equal to 6Z. I subtract the 4Z, I get 2Z, I get Z equals 12. So Z is 12, and 12 triangle 6 is going to be 6 times 12 over 6 plus 12. So 6 times 12 is 72. You know what? I'm just going to put this one as 18, and I'm going to cancel that with that. I'm going to cancel that with that, and I get 4, and there it is, E. Little tricky there. A lot of stuff going on. Got to move on. The product of 7 consecutive even integers is 0. Okay, 0 is the one in the middle, and that means I need negative 4, negative 2, I need one more, negative 6, and 2, 4, 6. There they are. Here's consecutive even integers. What is the least possible value for one of these integers? It's negative 6, and it's E. There it is. How do I know? I know what 7 consecutive even integers looks like, and I know 0 is in the middle because that's going to be the average. The product is 0. Well, that's another way of looking at it. The average is 0, but so is the product. Wait. Oh my God. I almost made a mistake. If the sum is 0, I'm correct. I got to be careful. The product, we multiplied them together. So that means that 0 has to be the biggest number. God, I'm an idiot. Yep. So that's going to be negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10. It's not that one. Negative 12. I have negative 12. It's B. Oof. Man, that's scary. Okay, I'm sure now. All right. The senior class at Weston High School, how am I doing for time? Man, got to really hustle. Has 40 fewer boys than girls. That means that the boys plus 40 will be equal to the girls. If the class has n boys, n plus 40 equals G, then what percent of the senior class are boys? What percent? All right, so there's n boys, and n plus 40 is equal to the percentage. Let's see, that's going to be n over 2n plus 40. There it is. Looks good. Maybe it's right. Man, I am so slow. Can't believe this. If x and y are positive integers and xy plus x is even, which of the following must be true? All right. xy is even plus x. Oh, wow, these are tricky. Okay. Wow. Okay, this is even. xy plus x is even. So either they're both odd or they're both even. If they're both even, x is even. Yep. D. Not sure, but I'm going to go on. Oh, a nice easy one, finally. Okay, the trick for these is to understand. Oh, dang it, I got to move this up. Okay, 2 to the third power is 8. So 3w plus k is equal to 20. Really tricky, but it looks good though. The fashion consultants at King's department store. How am I doing for time? Oh my God, I'm over time. Okay. Oh, I've only got 2 left. Okay. 5 dress mannequins to arrange side by side in the display window. If the tallest is not allowed to be placed on either end of the display, how many different arrangements of the mannequins are possible? 5 mannequins side by side. Okay, so if the tallest one is first, that would be, I'm going to take off one possibility. And then if the tallest one is last, I'm going to take off another possibility. So I'm going to subtract off those 2 possibilities. And I think it's 5 factorial different possibilities. So 5 factorial is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. That's 6, 24, 120. But then I have to subtract off the 2 where if the tallest is not allowed to be placed on either end of the display, it seems like it should be oh, but I have to subtract any of the possible ones. So there's 4 factorial of these, and there's also 4 factorial of these where they're in the front. So 4 times 3 times 2, so that's 12, 24, 48. So I have to subtract 48 from there, and that gives me 72. Yes, it does. C is right. I am almost certain on that one. That's a weird one. Got to really think about that one. All right, let's see how I'm doing. Okay, I'm down to my last 2 minutes. I want to get a perfect score. That means that I need to put my numbers into my answer sheet. I don't have an answer sheet handy, but I'm going to do the last one anyway. At least I'm not under my 20-minute time limit, though. All right, last one. L is parallel to M. Okay, good. Which of the following is equal to C in terms of A and B? Oh, wow. Okay, I think if I extend this, it'll help. B is equal to this one. C in terms of A and B. Okay, I'm going to give it some numbers. To do this problem, I'm just going to give it some numbers. I'm going to say If this one is 20, this one is 20, and this one is, oh, I don't know, it looks like it's about 60. So let's see. We want C in terms of A and B. Looks like, not that one. Looks like it could be this one. I'm going to go with E. I know it's wrong. That's why I put the question mark. Okay, guys, I messed up E. Sorry, I messed up number 20. I suspect I got the rest correct, and I'm going to put them on my answer sheet, and I have just 1 minute to put my answers on. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. Come back and see. Hopefully I got them right. I'll do the last one later. And okay, guys, I checked my answers and I made a dumb error. I should have realized. Now, keep in mind that these get harder as you go along, and I should have realized that this one was not going to be that easy. What I did was I wrote the fraction. There's the percent at the end of it. Instead of doing the percent, I had to multiply by 100 to get rid of the percent. So this one should have been C to get rid of the percent. And this was correct for the fractional answer. It was not correct for the percent. This one was wrong. It says X and Y are positive integers and X and Y. That is not true. I'm so dumb. If X is even, it doesn't matter what Y is. Duh. And it doesn't matter what Y is. If X is odd, then Y has to be odd. So that I get an odd number out plus an odd number. It was very obvious now that I look at it. Sorry I messed that one up. Both of these were the only two I missed. I actually got this one right by guessing. Now what I did was I put some numbers in and I just picked the one that was the closest to what I was looking for. I could go into the geometry of it and do the proof, but again, on tests like these, it's very difficult to do the proofs. So let's see if I can do it really. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it quickly. So I'm going to let it go, and I'm going to give it as a challenge to you to prove that why my E is correct. So there you go. Good luck, guys. Hope it helped. Bye.